you know, we talk about hypergamy, which I agree. Almost all the studies, like this one by King and stuff like that, shows that hypergamy is a real thing, right? That women will marry, across and up dominance hierarchies. However, there's one thing I'll say about Muslim women, right? For the most part, and no study has been done on this, but from my own experience, I'll tell you this for a fact.
Yep.
Yeah? If you go to 100 Muslim women, 1,000 Muslim women, and tell them, look, you've got this millionaire, but he's not a Muslim. He wants to marry you.
Yep.
For the most part, I believe that they will reject that offer, which shows you a certain level of loyalty that we have as a community, that we have as Muslim people, which is inspired from the Quran, to be honest with you. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. You are the best community that was sent from the people, and that the Prophet told us about these kinds of things. And it shows you, quite frankly, the strength of the Muslim community based on faith, a transcendental idea.
Yep.
And so that's one thing. One other thing I will say is, what you are, I consider you as a perpetual optimist. You're an optimistic person.
Yep.
And even post your cancellation, you can tell it did affect you. You're a human being.
Yep.
Bad things affected the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the Quran it says وَتَخْشَى النَّاسِ, and God is speaking to the Prophet and says, don't fear the people, fear me. And you fear the people, don't fear them, but fear me. These kinds of things. It did affect you as it would affect me, as it affect anyone. But what I continued seeing with you is reasons to make it good.
Yeah.
Perpetual optimism, and this is exactly Islam, because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, or it was said about him in a hadith, كَانَ يُعْجِبُهُ الْفَأْلِ. He used to love optimism. Optimism is an integral part of Islam. It's always finding a reason why this thing is good.
Yep.
And that is because at the end of it, what is it? You're either your sins are being deleted from the Islamic perspective. When you go through a trial or a tribulation, your sins are being deleted. You're going through a challenge. It's strengthening your iman, your faith, your person, or it's putting you in a higher rank in the hereafter.
Yep.
We believe obviously in heaven and hell. We believe in these things as real constructs. We don't believe in these things as metaphoric or something like that. So we believe that it's only good things, really, if you consider it. And so in many ways, one can see why a religion like that would suit someone like yourself. I mean, you mentioned Khabib Nurmagomedov before.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, he's got training, and then he's got praying and training and praying. And there's something else about Khabib which I think is really powerful, is that he represents, I think, a very virtuous thing, which is that he is both humble and confident.
Yep.
And that's where the virtue is. And at the end of the day, if you have that kind of mindset, a strong mindset, a disciplinarian mindset for yourself and for your family, I think that is, in many ways, it is the remedy for a lot of these mental health issues.